We're back now with Carole Barrowman. She's an English professor at Alverno, contributor to the Milwaukee Journal Sentinel, author, and book reading goddess.
Yeah,
thank you.
It's now going to be the Sentinel.
The Sentinel?
We like that.
Yeah,
That's
the
a good
Sentinel.
one.
Thanks for pointing it all out.
All right, she's read plenty of books this summer so far, and today she's got a few that you just can't miss. Welcome back, Carole.
Thank you. Nice to see you, ladies.
How does a good Scottish woman feel about the Ireland?
Oh, I was so mad at him. I came in and I said, "You're the man that bumped me from the green room. No Irishman does that to us Scots."
I love that the two of you were together doing, you know, the accents and having all the fun.
Very fun. He was just charming. It makes me want to travel right now.
I loved him. How about this distracted aging? What is this?
Oh, I read an article in the New York Times that said that women of a certain age are very distracted, and so my husband named it MAD, M-A-A-D, for middle age. Attention deficit, because I go into a room and I'll start something and then I'll see a shiny thing and I'll move over and do something else. He'll come down the basement and say, "Didn't you come down here to do the towels?" And I've already organized this, or I've done something else. No towels.
Isn't that called multitasking? What's wrong with that?
Nice.
Who says it has to be distracting?
This New York Times article really classified it as a thing that women, especially menopausal women, are very easily distracted. Why am I here?
So, yeah, exactly. How did you get through reading all these books this summer if you got so distracted?
Something shiny out of the corner of your eye.
Chain me to a lawn chair. You're not going to get distracted when you read this first book, though.
Okay.
This is Neil Gaiman's latest. It's an adult fairy tale. The Ocean at the End of the Lane. It's just beautiful. I may have mentioned this early in the year, but it's gotten bigger and bigger over the summer.
Who's it for?
It is for all readers. I think maybe not so much younger than high school, but it's really a modern fairy tale. He grew up in England, even though he lives in northern Wisconsin, and it's just beautiful. It's about three women who may or may not.
Him?
That is him with me. This was my bucket list. I was so thrilled. When I was at Comic-Con in July, I met him and got to chat with him about writing, and he had read my reviews, which just floored me. And it was really a highlight. That crossed a bucket list. I adore him as a writer.
Cool. Check, right?
Check that off. Anyway, it's a beautiful book. I loved it. Loved it.
All right, and next up, a must-read or must-have read, right?
Yes.
And the Mountains Echoed. What's that one?
This is the Kite Runner author.
I'm excited because I love the Kite Runner.
Yeah, and I actually like this even better. This is the kind of book that's big, it's epic, it starts in Kabul and goes all the way to Paris, to San Francisco. It's about families, it's about how we nurture each other, how we love each other, how we have to forgive, sometimes we don't forgive. It's beautiful. I think this would actually be a really good book for a book club that's starting up this fall. It's so rich and so wonderfully written. And if you're a Barbara Kingsolver fan, I think you'd really, really enjoy this book too.
Do you think there'll be a movie? Because there was the Kite Runner movie.
I bet it's already sold. I don't know, but I bet it's already sold its film rights. It's going to be. It would be a fabulous film.
I would imagine. I mean, he did so well with the Kite Runner that I can't imagine they wouldn't. Okay, the next one, The Cuckoos Calling by Robert Galbraith, aka JK Rowling.
This is JK Rowling's book.
That's right.
Yes,
that's right.
Yes.
Yep.
And a lot of people and I did this myself. I skipped over it as a reviewer earlier in the year. I just didn't have time to look at it. And then when I heard it was her book, I wanted to hate it. I just wanted to hate it. I mean,
she's
really,
had enough,
seriously,
right?
Get over. I mean, she's had enough. I really wanted to hate it.
Is that why she changed it to Robert Galbraith?
I think she wanted to see that if she could publish something that was good and get rid of all the sort of the hype that would go with it.
With her name.
With her name. I loved the book. I mean, it's a traditional mystery, a private detective story. It's set in London. But I really enjoyed it.
Very different than everything else she's wrote.
Not Harry Potter at all. Not Harry Potter. It's a very much
good murder mystery.
Really good murder mystery. And I liked it despite the fact that I really wanted to not like it.
Well, that's a good review then.
You tried hard.
I tried hard not to like this book.
That's a very good review. Okay, this one we're all excited about.
Yeah, it sounds good.
Brace yourselves, Drinking with Men by Rosie Schaap.
Isn't that something we do every day?
Of course. Of course. I thought of you, Tiff, for this exactly.
You.
You know, I just thought
Appreciate that.
This is nonfiction, and I'm always trying to put a nonfiction in my list.
I like
because
nonfiction.
Denise, you too? Yeah.
I
just think that not everybody likes to read novels, so this is a nonfiction pick. And you know how sometimes you go into a bar and people start telling you stories and they say, you should write that down.
Yes.
That's what she did. She just hung out in bars and then she wrote down the story. I want that job.
Is there any one story that really kind of just stood out to you?
There's a couple of stories about people who spend a lot of time like holding up the side of a bar and what their stories are. And there was one that was particularly poignant, and I'm not going to give it away. I have an older guy that's a regular at this particular bar. Lovely. They're not just funny. There's some that are really moving.
I love that.
Really sweet, sweet stories. It's a great book.
For all Carole's reviews, you can visit her website, CaroleBarrowman.com, or follow her on Facebook, Twitter, and Goodreads as well. Thanks for being here, Carole.
Thanks, Carole.
Thank you.
Always good.
Yep.